Skol, Vikings Nation. What's good, purple people eaters? The NFC North is the talk of the NFL, and our Minnesota Vikings are right in the thick of it. Coming off a 14-win 2024 season, the Black and Blue division just set a historic benchmark with a .662 winning percentage. But here's the kicker. With a brutal 2025 schedule and every team gunning for the crown, can our Vikings rise to the top? Let's dive into the chaos and break down why the NFC North is a bloodbath, and why Minnesota could rule it all. This division is no joke, folks. The Lions roared to 15 wins, the Packers snagged 11, and even the Bears, despite their struggles, have a roster loaded with potential. But our Vikings? We're coming off a playoff run, and the hype around J.J. McCarthy is electric. Today, we're tearing into 10 segments to unpack the cases for and against each team, with a heavy dose of purple pride. Who's your pick to win the North? Drop it in the comments. Stick with me as we explore the rosters, the coaching, and the stakes. From Justin Jefferson's game-breaking catches to Brian Flores' defensive wizardry, we're covering it all. Let's get hyped and figure out if the Vikings can claim the NFC North throne in 2025. Skol. The NFC North is the NFL's toughest gauntlet, and 2024 proved it. With a combined 45 wins, the division crushed the league, boasting a plus 384 scoring differential. That's not just dominance, it's historic. The Lions clinched the top seed with 15 victories, while our Vikings rolled to 14 wins, only to fall short in the wild card round against the Rams. But here's where it gets spicy. 2025 brings a tougher schedule for every team in the North. The Vikings face a murderer's row, including Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and division rivals like Jordan Love twice. Can Minnesota keep pace in this meat grinder? The division's depth means no game is a gimme, and every snap counts. This sets the stage for a dogfight. With all four teams loaded with talent, the NFC North could see any squad take the crown. Are the Vikings ready to outlast the pack? Let's break down the competition, starting with the team that's got everyone buzzing. Chicago. What do you think? Can the Bears flip their script? Hit the comments. Chicago's been the NFC North's punching bag, but don't sleep on them in 2025. After a 5-win 2024, the Bears fired Matt Eberflus and brought in a new offensive mind to spark their roster. While rumors swirl about Ben Johnson leaving Detroit for Chicago, let's assume they've hired a creative play caller to unlock Caleb Williams. With weapons like DJ Moore and Romo Duns, the Bears' passing game could explode. The Bears also shored up their O-line, adding veterans to protect their young QB. Last season, Williams showed flashes but struggled with consistency. A new coach could smooth those rough edges, turning Chicago's offense into a nightmare for defenses. If their line holds, Williams might finally live up to his #1 pick hype. But here's the catch. What if the new coach flops? We've seen hotshot coordinators like Josh McDaniels crash as head coaches. And Chicago's defense, despite adding talent like Montez Sweat, has depth issues in the secondary. If injuries hit, they could crumble. Bears fans, are you buying the hype? Let's hear it below. Now let's talk about the downside for Chicago. Caleb Williams is still a question mark. Sure, he's got arm talent, but his rookie year was rocky, and some wonder if he'll ever be a franchise QB. If he stumbles early in 2025, even a brilliant coach might not save him. The Bears' offense could stall, leaving them in the North's basement again. Defensively, Chicago's secondary is a gamble. Jalen Johnson's a stud, but beyond him, the depth is thin. If injuries strike key players like Sweat or the corners, Brian Flores' Vikings defense could feast on Williams. And let's not forget the Chicago curse. This franchise hasn't won a Super Bowl since 1985. Is it real? The Bears need everything to click to climb the NFC North ladder. If Williams doesn't take a leap or the coaching change backfires, they're toast. Vikings fans, do you fear Chicago's potential? Or are they still the little brother? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Over in Detroit, the Lions are licking their wounds after losing Ben Johnson and other coaches. But let's be real. This roster is stacked. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery form the NFL's best backfield, and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta are matchup nightmares. If Jared Goff stays sharp, this offense won't miss a beat. Defensively, the Lions could be scary if they stay healthy. Aiden Hutchinson's return is huge, and their secondary, led by Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, might be the league's best. New DC Kelvin Shepherd has big shoes to fill, but with this talent, Detroit could flip the script and carry the team if the offense stutters. Dan Campbell's the glue holding it together. After a historic turnaround in 2022, he's out to prove his program can handle attrition. Lions fans, are you confident in Campbell's grit? Vikings Nation, do we respect Detroit's firepower? Or are they overrated? Let's debate in the comments. But Detroit's got cracks in the armor. Losing Ben Johnson hurts, his play calling was pure magic. New OC John Morton's track record isn't inspiring, with his 2017 Jets offense ranking 24th in points. If Morton can't replicate Johnson's flow, Goff could regress, and the offense might stall. The O-line took a hit with Frank Ragnow's retirement. Rookie Tate Ratledge steps into big shoes, and with a young interior line, Goff's pocket could collapse. Add in a brutal schedule, facing Mahomes, Burrow, and Hurts on the road, and Detroit's 15-win magic might fade. Can they handle the pressure? Injuries plagued Detroit's defense last year, and if they strike again, Shepherd might not have answers. The Lions are talented but vulnerable. Vikings fans, do you see Detroit stumbling? Drop your predictions below and let's talk. Green Bay's always a threat, and 2024 was no fluke. Despite an 11-6 record, they made the playoffs even with Jordan Love playing hurt. Love's early down metrics rivaled elite QBs, and with 23 dropped passes killing drives, he's poised for a breakout if his receivers step up. First-rounder Matthew Golden could be the spark. Defensively, Jeff Hafley transformed the Packers into a top 10 unit, ranking 6th in points allowed. Xavier McKinney anchored the secondary, and if Lucas Van Ness finally breaks out, Green Bay's pass rush could wreak havoc. This defense is built to slow down even the Vikings' high-powered offense. Matt LaFleur's consistency is the X factor. An 11-6 down year shows his floor is sky-high. If Love takes another step and the defense holds, the Packers could steal the North. Green Bay fans, are you feeling the vibe? Vikings Nation, do we respect the Pack? Hit the comments. But Green Bay's not invincible. Jordan Love's still unproven in the postseason, and until he delivers a deep run, he's living in Aaron Rodgers' shadow. If Love turns into a turnover machine or gets hurt again, the Packers' offense could sputter. The division's too tough for mistakes. The receiving core is a gamble. If Matthew Golden doesn't deliver as a WR1, Green Bay's stuck with solid but not elite options. Without a game-changer, defenses can scheme against Love. And the O-line? Moving Elgton Jenkins to center after splashing cash on Aaron Banks raises eyebrows. Hafley's defense was stout, but a weak pass rush and shaky run defense could haunt them. If teams like the Vikings gash them on the ground, Green Bay's toast. Packers fans, are you worried? Vikings fans, can we sweep the Pack? Let's hear it below. Now, let's talk about our Minnesota Vikings. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah's roster is loaded, and the O-line got a massive upgrade with rookie Donovan Jackson at guard. This beast from Ohio State could be a Pro Bowler, protecting J.J. McCarthy and opening lanes for Aaron Jones. On defense, Brian Flores' unit is a QB's nightmare, with Jonathan Greenid's 84 pressures in 2024 leading the charge. Kevin O'Connell's a QB wizard. He turned Sam Darnold into a Pro Bowler, and now he's molding McCarthy, who's shown arm talent in minicamp. With Justin Jefferson, arguably the NFL's best receiver, racking up 103 catches and 1,533 yards last year, this offense is a juggernaut. Jefferson's mentorship of McCarthy has Vikings Nation buzzing. Flores' defense is the heart of this team. Greenid and Andrew Van Ginkel terrorize edges, and if Dallas Turner steps up in year 2, look out. The Vikings' 14 wins last year weren't a fluke, and with a loaded roster, we're ready to conquer the North. Skol, Vikings. Who's hyped? Drop it in the comments. But let's keep it real. J.J. McCarthy's a wild card. After missing 2024 with a knee injury, he's untested at the NFL level. Michigan's run-heavy scheme didn't showcase his passing, so we're banking on projections. If McCarthy struggles with the NFL's speed, even Jefferson might not bail him out. Can he handle the spotlight? The secondary's a concern. Mekhi Blackmon's coming off an ACL tear, and the Vikings lack depth at corner and safety. If Flora's scheme gets exposed, elite QBs like Mahomes or Burrow could carve us up. And what if Christian Darrisaw's knee isn't 100%? The O-line could wobble. Despite the risks, the Vikings' talent is undeniable. But the NFC North is unforgiving, and McCarthy's growth is critical. Vikings Nation, are you all in on JJ? Or do we need a veteran backup? Let's debate in the comments. So, who's winning the NFC North? The Vikings have the roster and coaching to make a run, but Detroit's depth, Green Bay's grit, and Chicago's potential can't be ignored. With a brutal 2025 schedule, including international games in Dublin and London, the Vikings need to start hot. Opening against the Bears on Monday Night Football is a chance for McCarthy to shine. This division's a war zone, and every game's a slugfest. The Vikings' path to the crown runs through Justin Jefferson's hands, Brian Flores' schemes, and J.J. McCarthy's arm. If they gel, we're talking Super Bowl dreams. But one misstep, and the Lions or Packers could steal it. Who's your pick? Vikings Nation. Let's keep the Skol chant loud. Smash that like button, drop your NFC North predictions in the comments, and subscribe for more Vikings hype. Share this with your Purple Pride crew, and let's get ready for 2025. Skol, Vikings.